Good evening. I'm Sheriff John Bunnell. Welcome to World's Wildest Police Chases 27. Today we will be looking at criminals who just don't know when to stop. Tonight's special episode will feature Agent Wayne Troutman as he tracks down hard-as-nails criminals who are going to be sleeping on beds of nails. Brace yourselves for action-packed adrenaline, only delivered to you by World's Wildest Police Chases. Wednesday, August 14th, 2007, 8:46 a.m., Burtonsville, Maryland. Officer Wayne Troutman notices a suspicious vehicle traveling through a residential area. Here, Officer Troutman recalls what happened that fateful morning.
Because of the fact that it took the suspect so long to pull his vehicle to the side of the road, I approached him with extreme caution, fearing for the worst.
Officer Troutman pulls the vehicle over and decides to investigate, but hopefully with extreme caution, as this suspect has other plans on his mind, plans that don't involve going to prison.
Officer Troutman, come in. Troutman?
Troutman makes a sharp left turn, attempting to catch up to the suspect before he does any more damage. As the suspect loses his ball cap, he proceeds to unload an endless barrage of ammunition. The suspect needs to ditch authorities, but luckily for Officer Troutman, this suspect only wants to ditch his car. The suspect abandons his vehicle and darts for the woods. But little did he know that Officer Troutman was a Division I track runner in high school and quickly apprehends the deviant goon. Popcorn's ready, and so is justice. Monday, February 8th, 2008. Burtonsville, Maryland. A familiar-looking vehicle is driving through a familiar-looking residential area. Troutman lets his instincts get the best of him and decides to pull the vehicle over for a closer look. Officer Troutman decides to step outside, and this time with a little more aggression. Officer Troutman politely asks the suspect to stand by his cruiser, for Troutman has a suspicious feeling that something just isn't couth. In fear that Troutman might just come across something he shouldn't be knowing about, the suspect has other plans on his mind. Officer Troutman recalls the incident vividly, as seen here in this video.
As I began searching the vehicle, it started stirring up some shocking resemblances to a vehicle that I had stopped months earlier. Just as that thought popped into my mind, the suspect catapulted himself into the driver's seat and away he went.
The suspect nails it. All Officer Troutman can do is retreat to his cruiser. He himself nails the throttle, pushing the cruiser to its limits and using all 8 cylinders to catch up with the unruly crook. The criminal is nothing more than a puddle of trouble. At this point, the suspect reaches into his glove box for what appears to be an illegal substance.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some backup units. He's throwing white stuff out the window. I think they're bags of coke. As I was in pursuit of the suspect, I noticed him passing some white drug paraphernalia out the window, and that's when I immediately officered my dispatcher to send some pickup units to collect the samples of said substance.
At this point, the chase takes an unlikely turn. Left.
Dispatch, he's bailing. Approximate address, the 1600 block of Maydale Drive.
Officer Johnson is 3 blocks away. He'll be with you.
Unseen by the camera, the suspect manages to completely elude the cruiser and make it back to his vehicle. Apparently, this suspect doesn't wave with all of his fingers. Now watch carefully as Officer Troutman almost completely loses control of his vehicle. As the suspect runs amok in this unsuspecting neighborhood, Officer Troutman decides to kick it into high gear and bring the suspect to justice. Hats off to Officer Troutman for a job well done. But that's not what the white powder on his face suggests. Tonight, you've seen some of the wildest police chases ever recorded on video. Brought to you by criminals who thought that they could go above the speed limit, but who didn't think to consider that they weren't above the law. I'm Sheriff John Bunnell. Thanks for watching World's Wildest Police Chases.